In this video, we're going to look at how we can use Frida to hack Android web views. Frida is a toolkit specifically designed to reverse engineer, analyze, and modify the behavior of software during runtime. Frida does this by allowing us to inject custom JavaScript code into native applications, thereby allowing us to test and modify the application's functionality. It's most commonly used for security testing, debugging, and reverse engineering. Some of the key features of Frida include its runtime instrumentation, allowing us to do that injection of JavaScript code into a running process. It's a cross-platform tool, meaning it works on Windows, macOS, Linux, and more. It's relatively non-invasive in that it doesn't require us to recompile or modify the target binary. It has support for multiple languages, so while we inject JavaScript, we can still interface and work with Frida using Python, Node.js, or a variety of other supported languages. It provides us with code hooks allowing us to intercept function calls, arguments, return values, as well as replacing and modifying those values. We can perform memory analysis with Frida. We can bypass SSL and TLS with Frida, and Frida is an open source tool. So to get started, we first need to install the Python client for Frida. In this demonstration, I'll be using Frida on a Windows system. So I'm going to open up a PowerShell window and run the command python3-m pip install frida-tools. Next, we need to download Frida server for the specific architecture that we're going to be testing. So in this case, we're going to be looking at Android x86_64 as our architecture. To download that server, open up a web browser and navigate to the URL seen at the top of my screen, which is github.com/frida/releases. Here, under Assets, select the appropriate server file for your architecture. Once you've downloaded the Frida server package, extract it to a directory on your computer and note the location that you extract it to. Now we need to push that Frida server to an Android emulator. There are a variety of different ways to get an Android emulator running and connected on your PC, for example using Android Studio or Genymotion, and in this case we're going to be using Android Studio. So we have an Android emulator running, which we can see if we use the command /adb devices. And ADB is the Android Debugger Bridge executable that we can use to interact with our Android Studio emulators. And here in the output, we can see we have an emulator attached, and that's what we're going to push our server to. To do that, I'm going to use that same ADB command, push the path to my Frida server that I downloaded, followed by the path that I want to push to on my emulator, in this case /data/local/tmp. And now I've pushed the file to my emulator. We then need to set the permissions on that pushed server with the command /adb shell, and then in quotes chmod 755 /data/local/tmp / the name of the Frida server file. Now we'll start Frida server on our device using the command /adb shell, and then in quotes /data/local/tmp / the name of our Frida server, followed by an ampersand. But unfortunately, we get an error telling us we're unable to load SE/Linux policy from the kernel. This is because any emulator we run needs to have root access to the device. So we can check to see if our emulator has root access using the command /adb shell, followed by su. And we can see that root access is not available to us. So it's important to make sure that any emulator we set up is also rooted so that we can have root access to that emulator. So now I've reconfigured my emulator to have root access to the device. I'm going to rerun my command, and now Frida server is started up on my device. If I go to a new terminal and I run the command frida-ps-U, I can verify that Frida is running on my device because I can see a list of the processes currently running on my emulator. And if I scroll to the top, I see process ID 2712, test app. This app is running a web view that I'm going to exploit. To do that, the first thing I'm going to do is attach Frida to that application. I'm going to do that with the command frida-U-n, followed by the name of the app, test app. Now I'm connected to my emulator and attached to the test app process. Here I can start running code to analyze and interact with my application. The first thing I'm going to do is get the name of my web app interface that I want to exploit. And to do that, I've pasted in a function that will enumerate the name of the class for that web app interface. And when I run that function, I can see in the output, found class com.example.testapp.webappinterface. So now that I have that class name, I'm going to paste in another function. And there's a lot going on here in this code, but what this function is essentially doing is intercepting any messages that are being sent to the showToast function by the web app interface. So now I've injected that code into the application. We can wait to see when a user interacts with the application, what actually happens. And here on the screen, I have the running application with the test app, and I'm going to interact by clicking on the button at the top of the screen. And I can see that as soon as I did that, output appeared in my terminal. If I return to my terminal, I can see that we intercepted a message to showToast, hello from WebView. This is how we could exploit the WebView interface to try and extract sensitive data by monitoring the interactions and messages that get sent back and forth as the application is used. So this is how we can use Frida to start to exploit, interface, and analyze running applications by injecting code into them.